O Lord, you have searched me and know me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me in behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. In week 3 of the national lockdown, things started to get a bit tense for me. And in this week, I remember a distinct conversation I had with my girlfriend over the cell phone at the time. And the conversation went about how the current situation is affecting our economy, how it is affecting the world, how it is affecting everything that is going on around us. And I made this statement that it is remarkable to see how silent God is in a time of crisis. And the thing that struck a chord with me at that time was when she asked me, but why do you say that? Why in your walk with God do you see an absence of Him during this time? And it got me thinking, and I started to wonder, and one thing led to another, and the Spirit finally led me to this Psalm 139. And the beauty of this piece is in verse 5 that says, you hem me in from behind and before. You lay your hands upon me. When I read that, all of a sudden I realized the error in the judgment I made. In a moment of despair and depression, I only looked to the negative things. I looked to how the world is looking right now. And it doesn't look good. It's not a nice picture. Our country's economy is going down the drain. I'm sure most of you are worried, where am I going to get my next meal from? What is it I'm going to eat? Is my children going to go back to school? Is there going to be a school when my children are back to school? How is all of this going to work? That fear and anxiety took hold of me in a moment where I was at my weakest. And it's most probably happened to you during the national lockdown. It's most probably happening to you right now during level 4 of the lockdown. You might be a bit more relieved at the fact that we can move a bit more now during this level 4 lockdown, but it is still difficult. It is still difficult to hold on to your faith in this moment. It is still difficult to try and see God in everything that we do. My question for you this morning is, what is your fear? If you think about this lockdown, if you think about all the repercussions this thing had on our society, what are you most scared of? And then when we look at this psalm, I am filled with hope. Because when we read this psalm, God is there, no matter what. no matter our insecurities, no matter what we fear, God is there. You're most probably asking the question, how is God there? I don't know what I'm going to eat. And my heart aches for you. It's very difficult to live a life with that uncertainty. But God is there where the people of this country is coming together to make sure that everybody in this entire country has a meal to eat. God is there in the home where the children are struggling to do their homework because there's no teacher that teaches them. God is with you with all your burning questions and all your remarks and all your curses. Because God, as the psalm says, is behind me and before me. He is everywhere. The challenge for us in these times is not to look at the negative, but to look at the positive, to see what is going on. And that is very difficult, because what is positive about a deadly virus trying to kill the entirety of humanity? From my perspective, it is the unity that was brought through this virus. It is people trying to help one another despite our circumstances. God is with us. Let us pray that His presence shines through every day.